So at the beginning of this, before we had even chosen our product, we knew that we wanted to do a water bottle. I utilized the mass email that we can send out to all the Verne students, and I sent out a survey. We received over 500 responses. In those responses, the most wanted and asked for design was a straw, so we made sure to include that. And within other, a lot of them included such as easily cleanable, dishwasher friendly, which we also made sure to include in our design.
As a company, we wanted to be prepared for all situations, so we did a SWOT analysis. And here's our strengths, weakness, opportunity, and threat. Our strengths are that we're students at ULV, which we have flexible schedules to work around different events and times. We're also a dedicated group of students who want the best for the company, and we're all trained with basic business knowledge from previous courses. For weakness is we have limited product options from color to design, which sometimes people want options and choices. We're not as much a well-known recognized brand, which some people prefer name brands. And we also have limited budget to spend on advertising comparing to big companies. For opportunities is that we can provide customizable products if they're ordering in large quantity. We also have student connections. Some of our students are involved in sports team and sororities, which will help us make a sale. We also have really easy access to student events. As Raja previously mentioned, we have games and homecoming coming up soon, which we believe will help us to meet our sales goal. For threat is our other student-run businesses. They may attract our potential customer to their business. The campus store is also a big threat. They also sell water bottles on campus. And our biggest threat of them all is COVID-19. If COVID worsens and we're forced to go online, that will make us miss a lot of opportunities for in-person selling and events. And as we previously mentioned, events is a big thing for our company.
Hi, my name is Abdullah Mari. I'm from Qatar and I'm the business manager. For the capital budgeting, we are hoping to get 2,500 loans after the loan get approved and the funds are received. We will allocate the funds 2,500 into the following, which is 600 will go for purchasing inventory and 350 will go for a selling expense, including promotion and marketing expense. Next, please. And the financial projections sales are projected to be 300 under most likely scenario and 150 under 150 for the worst case scenario and 450 for the best case. The financial statement projections show that the revenue for most likely case and worst case and best case scenario will be 360 and 1,800 and 54 respectively, with the profit ranging from 6,900 to 2,540.
Abdullah, I can do the financial statements. So for team H2O, this would be our statement of cash flows. As you can see, we start with a cash balance of $0. We're expected to only utilize $500 of the, oops, sorry about that, of the credit, which we will expect to pay off by week 6. As you can see here in loan payment, we expect to pay off all $500 in week 6. So we only plan on utilizing $500, but we will have the rest available if necessary. And that's our statement of cash flow. This shows our income statement with a projected sell of 40 units starting at week 2. We gave ourselves space at week 1 in case there were any problems with shipping. It doesn't look like that'll be the case. So of course, we expect to be able to sell over 300, but this is of course our most likely. With a selling price of $12 and a cost per unit of $3.29 through our primary supplier. This would be our balance sheet. But yes, other than that, thank you so much for coming to our presentation. We hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Okay, Norm, can I go first, please? Yes.
Okay, in your earlier presentation, you said that if companies buy these, it's a tax deductible contribution. It is not. They are buying the products from you. You are donating the profits. Companies and individuals are paying you. They are not donating their money to the charity. Do not say that. That is wrong. Do you understand?
Yes, I will make that correction.
Okay,
Fortunate-
the presentation's over, but when you go out selling, don't tell people that this is a charitable contribution, because they're going to ask, is it a tax deduction for me? The answer is no.
Thank you so much for correcting us before we started selling.
Okay, go ahead, Norm.
Yeah, good presentation. Yeah, that was well put together, well thought out. You know, House of Ruth is a great charity and a very common one over the years in this program. So, you know, good choice there. I like the local supplier. You know, typically you pay a little bit more than going overseas, but I think the way you set this up, you still have plenty of margin to play around with, which I think you're going to need. Because you know, I always the thing, and I'm being honest, and the thing that sticks out to me is this is undifferentiated from a lot of the other products out there. I mean, if I want something to keep it cold, I have this one. If I want something that fits in a cup holder, I have this. You know, like everybody has water bottles, and this may suit the need of, you know, based on your email and your surveys and all that stuff. I don't, just because people say, I want a straw and I want it to be dishwasher safe and easily cleanable and fit in a cup holder, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to buy it. So, I mean, I would look at this personally. If I came upon your booth and you tried to sell me this product, that I am essentially making a $12 contribution to House of Ruth, because it doesn't strike me when these are, and I understand they're bulky, but when these are like 2 for $18 at Costco and they keep your water cold for 2 days, you know, that's a lot better value proposition to me than a plastic water bottle that fits in a cup holder, but you know, doesn't really have any other exceptional qualities to it as in the water bottle world, right? So honestly, it's probably something I would do, make a contribution to a charity that I think is extremely worthwhile and get a free water bottle out of it. But personally, that's how I would view it. So having said that, do you convince me otherwise?
Of course. Well, so fortunately, yeah, I understand where you're coming from, and that is something that we can utilize to our advantage, is that House of Ruth is a well-known charity for all students. Sororities are involved in it. Also, there's the idea that people want to support the integrated business practicum as well. That being said, we do have to our advantage that we are listening to our consumer base, and we did go out of our way to make sure that we received a large amount, or a large sample size of surveys that showed the color that they would like, what kind of water bottle they would like. And it's like you said, everyone has a water bottle. You have 2 water bottles on both sides of you. So really, the idea that people might want a 3rd water bottle, and just know that they did get it through a charity, or people would just want a 3rd water bottle to be able to have on campus or to be able to show around. We've also thought about utilizing the idea of putting stickers, is something we've talked about. And just overall being able to come out and say that you're supporting the integrated business practicum and you have another water bottle, as well as we did make sure, like I said, that we included this. This wasn't the only question sent out. There were other questions such as colors, design, material, if they wanted it to be 2-walled or single-walled, and we took all of that into consideration. We felt that we offer a product that is able to compete with the other name brands such as Contigo and Hydro Flask without breaking a budget, because we believe that $12 is on the cheaper end. And so fortunately, we believe that for students who are on a budget, for commuters on a budget, we believe we're the perfect water bottle choice for them.
Okay, all right, it's a great answer. So I know we're running a little bit short on time, but if you do have corporate sales, if you have people that want to buy more than one, just in your projections, you got to play around with that average selling price. You know, I've said this to most of the teams over the last 8 years. It is unlikely that your selling price is going to be your average selling price. You know, you are going to, you are almost certainly going to discount at least one water bottle, which means your average selling price will not be $12. So as a team, think about, you know, the number of corporate sales, the number of bundle sales. If you're stuck with inventory at the end of the semester, what you would discount it to, and fool around with your average selling price to see what you would need to hit your sort of profit targets. But it shouldn't be $12. And then you really think you're going to, 25% of the sales are going to be through social media?
Well, we believe that most of our sales are going to be able to be in person. 25% is what we are on our most likely scenario, what we expect. Obviously, it could increase or decrease based off of how we do in-person events. But we're going to fully utilize the fact that we are back in person and we do have a live campus. So we expect to sell a lot through that.
So if I buy through social media, are you paying the shipping or am I paying the shipping?
The shipping will be based off of your region. We're probably going to include the shipping price as a cost for our consumers. That is something that
You mean pass it on?
Yeah, it's going to be based off of the zip code. So when you type it in, your zip code will come up. You'll pay the shipping based off of that.
Okay. All right. Okay. And actually, one other thing, I really liked in the dispersion between your best case, most likely case, and worst case. Where I think the worst case was like 50% of the most likely case, and I think that's like really the right way to do it. I've never seen that's the appropriate haircut, and I've no other team really has done this over the years. So I think that's a really good way to think about it. The only thing I would say without seeing the income statement is in your worst case, almost certainly your average selling price is not going to be $12. So it may be 150 units, but you're definitely going to, if you're having trouble moving the product, you're definitely going to have to discount it. So your revenues are going to be even lower than the $12 per unit that you've assumed here. So, but I did like on the units sold that's really good modeling. So,
Okay,
Wait,
Thank
can
you.
I have one more comment, if I
Sure.
may?
sure.
Could you go to the org chart at the beginning of the presentation? Okay, look at all those titles. Where's the CFO?
Well, I can answer that, Professor Abadante. When we were setting up our team, the CFO position was not a highly desired position amongst our team members. And since this
I wonder why.
and since this Professor Hasse is teaching these students in the finance class this semester, in addition to being their practicum professor, we decided as a group that we will have, since we're all meeting as a finance class, that Abdullah will be our business manager and be our front individual and our PR person in regards to finance, but all of us will be doing the financial responsibilities and accountability in our finance class as well. So that was our workaround to not too many people wanting to be.
Professor Hasse, can I just make one quick point from sales standpoint?
Yes, yes, sir.
To Norm's point, this is a very crowded, mature market and commodity-like, and so it's going to be price sensitive. So just make sure, be flexible on your pricing. Look at ways to cover a discount. You know, listed at 12, but if you do this, it could be 10 or 8 or bundle. Always, you know, make sure your price strategy is correct. But in all commodities, there's always an opportunity to differentiate. And so I would just say, although there's a myriad of water bottles out there, maybe yours is the only one that includes, and I like the idea that you did a survey in your design, and I would put your design slide first in the presentation, not last, right? Or one of the first slides is maybe you're the only one that offers those two, you know, a straw, a handle, et cetera, at that price, right? So just make sure you got to really dial in on your differentiation, because it's a commodity, but you can always find a lever to sell even in the most crowded marketplace.
Thank you, Mr. Skelton.
Thank
And
you.
we'll discuss this further when you give me some strokes on the golf course next week.
Not going to happen.
Okay. All right. Well, again, H2O, thank you for your presentation. Good luck this semester, and you are excused.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
And now we go to team, excuse the pronunciation, I am not from Hawaii, team Lokai. You are up, your screen is ready to share, and please fire it up, please.
Okay, all right. I would like to introduce Norm Liversidge. He's the Vice President at Wells Fargo Bank. And now you can begin.
I apologize, I was having issues with my microphone. Hello and good morning. I hope you're all doing well on this beautiful day. Our company is called Lokai. Before diving right into it, let me get the opportunity to explain a few things. I'm sure you're looking at the screen, and like how Hassie said, he didn't know how to pronounce it. So one, I'm sure you're thinking, how do I pronounce this? And two, what does it mean? Well, Lokai is a Hawaiian term. It has several different meanings, and it depends on how you want to view it. But just to name a few, it means peace, diversity, and harmony. And yes, we take all those meanings to our hearts, but the one that we most relate to and the one that we really want to represent our company is unity. We all come from different backgrounds, experiences, and beliefs, and we all have our own strengths and weaknesses and so forth. For the majority of us, we have never met before this semester. However, we were united as one in this program. My name is Christina Elise Muskis, and I am the CEO of Lokai, for this wonderful team who will be introducing themselves.
Hi, my name is Claire Perez. I'm the CFO.
Hello, my name is Christina Soto and I'm the COO.
Hello, I am Victoria Lucero and I am the CMO.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nancy Trin and I'm the marketing director.
Hello, my name is Ryan McLernan and I'm the CSO.
Hello, my name is Matthew Vidrio and I'm the sales manager.
Good morning, my name is Sierra Zapata and I'm also one of the sales managers.
So now, let's imagine you're enjoying a nice day at the beach. You're with your friends, the temperature is 75 degrees and the sun is beginning to set. You're just about to grab a drink from the ice chest when you notice that there are only bottled beverages, but you don't have a bottle opener available to you. You know that your friend has one, but they just went walking down to the boardwalk. You pick up your phone to call them, but your phone is dead. You see a portable charger next to you, but your friend took the charging cable too. If only there were a product that could somehow solve both of these problems. Oh wait, there is. This lightning portable cable and bottle opener offers two products in one. It is small, compact, and multifunctional. The product itself has an 8-inch cable to charge an Apple phone and a bottle opener put together with a carabiner attached so you can attach it on your keys, your purse handle, or even a loop on your jeans so you'll never lose it. It is also tangle-free, so it will not tangle in your keys or your purse, so you have the perfect product to take with you anywhere that you go. Now that I've talked a little bit about our product, I'm going to hand it over to Christina to explain the very important cause behind why we're in business.
All of our profits will be donated to our charity of choice, Union Rescue Mission. Union Rescue Mission is a nonprofit organization based in Los Angeles that helps men, women, and children escape the streets of Skid Row through not only providing food and shelter, but also education, counseling, long-term recovery programs. The homeless population in Los Angeles alone is estimated at around 41,000 people, 151,000 in California. Over the years, Union Rescue Mission has continued expansion efforts in order to feed both the body and the soul, helping as many individuals and families as possible to break the cycle of poverty and achieve self-sufficiency.
Target market for our product is our peers, college-age students who regularly are on their phones and in need of a charging cable. We understand the day is long, and our convenient cable allows for easy access to a charging cable when you need it the most. Along with the constant need for a charged phone, the low price point appeals to people who don't have a lot of extra money to spend. Our product is starting at $13.99 for 1 unit, but we will be offering 3 different bundles to lower that price. The first bundle would be 2 for $25.99, 3 for $33.99, and lastly, 6 for $65.99.
You can see that after reviewing our target market, as Ryan said, we have divided up the market into 3 different segments. From the slides above, you can see that there's students who are working full-time, students who are in school full-time, and also working professionals who are on their phone daily. All groups, although they may be different, they all share the same kind of common problem. That being not always having a fully charged phone on them, and also not having something that's portable, tangle-free, and a charging cable that's on them at all times. Perfect. Let's take a dive into who our potential customers can be. Here you can see that we have 2 different buyer personas. We won't go too deep into the specifics, but what makes our product perfect for them? Well, you can see the demographics are completely different, ranging from age and gender, and even background, but the common challenge and motivations behind both are that they're both in need of a product that serves their needs, such as ours.
Now, our direct competitors include Amazon selling at $9.99, eBay selling at $14.25, and Walmart selling at $13.99. Amazon and eBay are both online sellers who don't offer any face-to-face interactions. Walmart has the product in store at the same price point as Lokai. However, they do not offer the same customer service we will be offering. Our indirect competitors will include stores that carry both charging cables and bottle openers, but not in 2-in-1 packages. These will include stores such as convenience stores and liquor stores.
Competitive advantage. Lokai has the advantage of having a dedicated group of individuals working together without taking any salaries, meaning no profits earned will have to go to paying employees, which also means that along with not having to worry about salaries, working with the nonprofit organization allows all of our profits to go towards helping the local homeless. Out of our 3 direct competitors, only one offers in-person sale. Lokai will have a personal interaction with customers, creating a much more enjoyable buying experience than any competitor.
So how are we going to get our customer base and our target market to see our products? We will be having our social media outlets to post and update our customers about product launches, bundles, and other posts to help the growth of our online traffic. Here you can see that most of our promotions will be here. And because today's world revolves around our social media platforms, we're going to utilize these platforms to our advantage to use all the promotion tools in order to help maximize our sales. Alongside with our social media outlets, we're also going to be promoting our products at in-person events. Here we have a roadmap of events. Although there are some listed above, the dates and events may be subject to change. However, as you can see, we plan on aiming towards high traffic areas and in order to gain traffic and maximize our sales. Some events listed above are Homecoming Week here at Laverne. You can see we have some swap meets and also boardwalks, but I'll go ahead and hand over the spotlight to Sierra and Matthew to further explain these events.
So swap meets. Swap meets will be a great way for us to push our product to the market. One of the swap meets that we will be attending is the Tiki Swap Meet. Due to the high traffic of these events, it'll be a perfect pop-up shop for our product to shine.
We have also decided to sell our product on campus because of it being perfect for our demographics. Sporting events and homecoming week will be the best time for us to sell our product because of the amount of people in our target market that will be there during this time. But since this event is still far away, we are also wanting to sell in areas on campus that are high in traffic. These places will be in front of the Spot Cafeteria as well as in front of the Johnson Plaza. The last places we would also like to hit would be boardwalks such as Venice and or Santa Monica. It would be a great opportunity to sell our product due to the amount of people who are on the boardwalk daily. Around 28,000 people walk on each of these boardwalks, meaning the amount of sales we can have is very high.
During the next 3 slides, I will be presenting to you what our most likely best and worst case scenarios are. If for some reason we are not able to accomplish our best case scenario, our most likely scenario would be our best situation, which will be selling 550 units in 10 weeks with the initial selling price. We reached this number by doing market research, networking, and looking at our competitors. In our best case scenario, we aim to sell an average of 600 units in the first 10 weeks. By doing that, we will be in a good position in the market if everything goes as planned. We came up with 600 units as our best case scenario because we are going to different events and hoping for more sales. Whereas our worst case scenario, we would be cutting the price we aim to sell. The aim would be to sell 550 units at the revised price. Either way, we have to make sure that our sales representatives are provided with all the tools and resources they need to do their job. Next, I will be talking about our company's financial plans and projections. Our company will be asking Wells Fargo for $2,500. And we plan on paying back our loan through week 4 to week 8 with a payment of $500 each week to pay off the loan with interest. With that money, we will be using it for merchandise where we will be buying 300 units for $2.62, setting a high goal for our team to sell, which we will be using about 47% of our money, and 32% will be used in the market. That includes gas money to travel, events we plan to go to, and online ads we plan to put together. And the rest will go to interest, merchant, and gateway expenses, while also leaving room for miscellaneous costs to happen. Our average selling price for our product would be $13.88, which includes bundles and single units sold. In our most likely scenario, we would be selling 550 units, having a steady selling unit per week at the average selling price of $13.88, just like how we planned everything out to be. In our best case scenario, we would be selling 600 units, running out of what we had initially ordered and having an increase in sales at the end of our 10-week period while maintaining the selling price. In our worst case scenario, we would be selling 550 units at the revised price because we could not sell at our initial pricing during the 10-week period.
Before finalizing our presentation, we would like to emphasize the importance of our charity of choice. Our company name, Lokai, stands for Unity, Diversity, and Peace. We want to truly embrace what our company stands for, and supporting a charity like Union Rescue Mission helps us do just that. Homelessness does not discriminate. People coming from many racial and financial backgrounds can find themselves struggling to keep a roof over their heads or even food on the table. Union Rescue Mission helps struggling individuals of all backgrounds, regardless of race, gender, or age group. Lokai's goal is to unite with the Union Rescue Mission community to provide its diverse homeless population some peace of mind. No vet, parent, child, or family should have to worry about shelter or food, and we will be working with Union Rescue Mission to help as many people as possible with our donations. I will hand it over to our CEO, Christina, to say some words on behalf of our Lokai team.
I want to thank you all for being here for our presentation. Thank you for having your time here with us. And if you have any questions or comments or even concerns, please do not hesitate to ask or to mention them. Once again, thank you very much.
Okay, so a really good presentation, neat product. So no pictures showed this, but is it a lightning connector on like one side and a USB on the other side, and they both sort of like pull away from the bottle opener? Is that how it works?
The picture on the solution, it is a bottle opener on one side and then has the USB on the other side with the keychain.
So the USB is like on the bottom opening.
Yes.
Right. So you'd just pull that out. Okay. All right. Yeah. And, you know, a former CEO of Wells Fargo is on the board of Union Rescue Mission. So our team in LA did a lot of volunteer work with them over the years. And I think it's a, you know, fantastic charity. I think it's the first time a team at the university has chosen that as the beneficiary. And I think it's great. And if you're ever looking for a meaningful volunteer opportunity, I would, you know, highly recommend that, you know, that individually or as a team, try and volunteer at the Union Rescue Mission. It really is a great organization that does, you know, fantastic work downtown. So who is your supplier?
Our supplier is Waste and Trade from the website DHgate. So our product has been shipped and it's expected to arrive on the 29th of this month.
Okay, so is that in China?
Yes.
Okay. How many did you order?
300.
So half. So when do you expect to do your second order?
Sometime around late October, early November.
Okay. And then do you have a backup supplier if all doesn't go according to plan?
Yes. So there are a few. Our last resort would be eBay, but there are other suppliers here in the United States, although their prices are a little higher.
Yeah. Okay. So essentially, for this to be successful, your eggs are sort of in the basket of your primary supplier.
Correct.
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, look, I was walking around a swap meet, and of all the myriad choices of things that people were trying to sell, this is one that I would actually like. Oh, that's cool, right? You know, this is not, of all the charging accessories that you see, this is sort of a new take that you know, I think will excite people. So I think, you know, it's sort of your job to sell it, but I think you could do really, really well with this. So I don't really have a ton of comments, but the best case, worst case, I don't think your best case is 50 more units than your most likely case. And I don't think that your worst case is the same number of units as your most likely case, just at a lower price, right? So I mean, I think you need to get like a little bit more bad news bears on the worst case and a little bit more optimistic on the best case. Cause I think, you know, this is a product where you could achieve your best case, you know, pretty easily. You may have been given this feedback before, but I mean, like the 99 cents thing, if somebody is giving you cash, I think if it's $13.99 and they give you a 20, they know they're getting $6 back. They're not getting $6.01 back. So, I mean, I would just like make it easy on yourself and have round numbers on the selling price. It makes the modeling easier. And it's, you know, it's just the 99 cents thing. I don't, is, to me, seems gimmicky, and there's really no reason to do it. But I think your average selling price was $13.88 when your, you know, single unit price was 14. I think this is something that, you know, particularly if you hit your most likely or best case, you're just going to sell a lot of bundles. So I think that's going to drive your average price down, particularly if you go to corporates. So just the one recommendation I would have on the projections is, you know, think a little more bad news on your worst case, and then play with that average selling price to see where you know, if it's $13, if it's $12.75, you know, what does that mean as far as you know, net profit and your contribution to Union Rescue Mission? So I think those are the things that, you know, you don't necessarily need to change it, but I think it makes sense to sensitize a lot of your assumptions to see what it means to the bottom line at the end of the semester. But you know, love the product. So good luck. I hope you guys kill it.
Thank you.
Mr. Skelton, do you have any questions?
Yeah, just a comment. I agree with Norm. It's a fascinating product. It's a catchy product. Maybe one more slide, making clear what the features are. I'm not quite sure how it works. So you've got some advantages here, so take advantage of them. Really, just expand that a little bit, because with Norm, I'm not aware of another product like that out there. It's a neat product.
It'll be a great gift, Mr. Skelton, for your son's golf bags. So keep that in mind.
And Professor Hasse and I had to learn how to open beer bottles on our garage car doors when we were in college.
Or with our mouths, and I'll stay away from that conversation. Any other questions from our group here? Wonderful job, team, and we'll look forward to seeing you at 3:30 today for our practicum Zoom meeting. And great luck and good fortune this coming semester, and we'll see you all down the line. Thanks a lot, and you're excused. And now we have Team Hands of Hope as our last team of the day. Hopefully we can get all this wrapped up around the 10 o'clock hour, and we can move on to our rest of our day. Hands of Hope, the screen is shared, so please bring up your PowerPoint and Professor Abadante will introduce the presentation.
Okay. Well, good morning, and I'd like to introduce Norm Liversidge. He's the Vice President at Wells Fargo Bank. And now you can begin.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for taking the time out of your day today to come and watch our presentation. We are Hands of Hope, and our purpose is to warm hands and warm hearts.
Imagine it's your child's final senior game, so you decide to potentially record their last game ever, but your phone dies and it's just too cold to enjoy the game. What do? Not to worry, our team at Hands of Hope have created the product for you. And before I get too much into our product, I'd like to introduce you to our team.
My name is Zahia Gaj. I'm the CEO.
I'm Genesis Cabral. I'm COO.
My name is Kaylin Smith. I'm the CMO.
My name is Miguel Lopez, the VP of Marketing.
My name is Jalen Fong. I'm the CFO.
My name is Yeqing. I'm CSO.
And I'm Gavin Woodward, the VP of Sales. And here at Hands of Hope, we have created a COVID-19 safe product that allows our customers to not only warm their hands, but comes with a USB output port so the consumer can charge their mobile device while staying warm. Unlike other hand warming products that take too long to heat up and can only be used once, our 2-in-1 hand warmers last 3 to 5 minutes, heat up in 3 to 5 minutes, last 6 to 8 hours, and have a USB input port, which allows the user to recharge their device for multiple use. Overall, this product ensures that everyone can stay warm while staying 6 feet apart.
Hands of Hope will be donating profits to our chosen charity, City of Hope. This charity holds a special place in our hearts. Our donation will help the City of Hope continue to research a cure for all cancers. By donating our profits to the City of Hope, we hope to bring people together with a product that warms their souls one hand at a time, with the hope that they will pass it on to others.
Our company has 2 targeted markets. Our first will be students, parents, and all friends and faculty that will be attending sporting events. Our position statement for this particular market is, remember this moment forever. At a sporting event, temperatures drop and the crowd will find a convenient and fast way to get warm. Our product allows our customers to stay warm and comfortable while capturing the unforgettable touchdown or the home run. Our second target market will be people attending social events such as drive-in theaters, Halloween outings, and Christmas lights. We want our customers to remember that going out and staying warm is possible through our product. The hand warmer keeps our customers warm and helps create beautiful memories with the people they love.
We have 2 main direct competitors. These are Costco and Amazon. Costco sells the products at $29.99 and Amazon sells the products starting at $21.99, whereas here at Hands of Hope, we sell the products at $20. We also have a few indirect competitors who are Walmart, Verizon, Target, and other companies who sell similar products, but not the same exact products. We have a few advantages over our competitors. The first one is our no cost for labor. This allows us to have a huge profit margin. The second is our ability to market in person and sell our products in person. This helps us build rapport with our customers and really get to know them on a personal level. The third one is the convenience of our products. There is no wait time for our products, unlike companies like Amazon, where you would have to wait a day or 2 to get the product. The fourth advantage we have is our product being 2-in-1. This makes our product unique and valuable. And the last advantage we have is the fact that we are a nonprofit organization and all of our proceeds go to City of Hope. This allows us to pull our customers in with the emotional connection. Our positioning strategy consists of both cost leadership and differentiation. Our product is the lowest in the market at $20, and it differentiates from other products, especially our indirect competitors, because it does have a 2-in-1 quality. We're going to be purchasing the product at a low cost of $249 and selling it at $20, which is the lowest cost in the market, but it also gives us a really big profit margin. Why is our product unique? Our product is unique because of its 2-in-1 quality. As seen with our indirect competitors, they do not offer a product that has 2 qualities in one like ours. Another reason why our product is so unique is because of it being COVID-19 safe. As you can see on the screen, this hot hands hand warmer is made out of paper material, so you are unable to sanitize it, which means that you can't share it without being germ-free. Whereas our product, you have the ability to sanitize it without damaging the product. Another reason why our product is unique is because it is lightweight, unlike bulky portable chargers that you have to carry around. And it also comes in multiple colors, so that gives it a unique quality.
So for marketing, we have low-cost social media promotion. We will be advertising our product on platforms like Snapchat, Instagram, or Twitter. We will also be passing out posters, flyers, and business cards. And on both our virtual and physical advertisements, we will be adding a scannable QR code that directs our customers to our website. On our website, we have also added sections that introduce our team, our mission, and our charity. And in the section where we introduce our charity, we have information on the major impact they have with further advancing medical technology, while also looking for a cure for cancer.
So although we are still battling the effects of COVID-19, our company does have the privilege to sell both online and in person. As Miguel stated before, we will be using our Instagram and our business website to directly promote our product, as well as using our personal social media accounts to also promote our Instagram and our website, therefore generating more sales as more people are exposed to our product. As for in-person sales, we will be starting with the Stater Brothers in Laverne, hoping to expose us to many community members willing to give back to our cause and to our school. We will also be utilizing 2 local swap meets with the weather and the length of the swap meet to our advantage, as they start earlier in the day when the weather is colder, and they last till the end of the day as our devices run out of power. Lastly, we will be utilizing ULV events directly. A majority of these events will be sporting events that again take place at nighttime when the weather is colder, but we will also be utilizing events such as homecoming, where a large population of the people attending are willing to give back again to our cause and to our school.
Can I ask a question? Is that Instagram handle online yet?
Yes.
I just searched it. I can't get it.
It should be online. I think a lot of us already follow.
Oh, because we changed the domain. I'm so sorry. We didn't update it on our slide, but it is up and running. If you look up hands for the number Hope ULV, it should pop up.
Okay, got it.
Thank you. Sorry. So as for an example of an event sale funnel, we will be using the Mission Tiki Swap Meet. We project that within that swap meet alone, we would see around 2,000 individuals. Within those 2,000 individuals, we project that 40% would be within our target market. And of those 800, we believe that we can make sales to at least 10% or therefore make 80 sales.
And now for everyone's favorite part of the presentation, or hopefully their favorite part, the finance part. So we've come up with 3 scenarios, being most likely, best, and worst case scenarios. And we've come up with the numbers for each of these scenarios by researching our events, our target markets, and our ability to make individual sales throughout the week. And so in our most likely case scenario, we've projected that we would be able to sell around 500 units at an average selling price of $16.01. Now, in our best case scenario, this would mainly be if we've found that we underestimated our ability to sell at certain events. because our target market can be so large, we've estimated that we would be able to increase our sales by around 20%, which would equal around 600 units. And then in our worst case scenario, if we have overestimated our pricing or we are unable to make certain events for whatever reason, and our product is not selling, we would simply lower our average selling price to around $14.21 and still keep our units sold at around 500. So our company will be asking Wells Fargo for a $2,500 loan, which we plan to repay before the 10-week period from weeks 4 through 8 through payments of $500 each week with interest. And with the money from the loan, we will be purchasing 500 units at $2.49 a piece, which would come out to around 49% of our loan. 35% of that will go into marketing, and then the rest will go into gateway, interest, merchant fees, and other miscellaneous costs. So for our most likely case scenario, as you can see here, our single unit price will be $20, which with the bundles would average our pricing to around $16.01, as I mentioned earlier. And this would leave us with a gross profit of around $8,359.17, with our cost of goods sold being $1,245. Now, in our best case scenario, if we have noticed that our product is selling a lot better than we've projected, then we would order 100 more units, which would increase at the same single unit price of $20, and this would increase our gross profit to $10,031 and increase our cost of goods sold to $1,494. And in our worst case scenario, like I said, our single unit price would go down to $15, which would lower our average selling price to $1,421, which would leave us with a gross profit of $5,859 and our cost of goods sold being $1,245. And in each of these three scenarios, we would still be able to pay back our loan as well as have a profit to donate to our charity. And before we wrap this up, I'd like to mention one more thing from our company. Our company, Hands of Hope, is inspired by the idea of selling our product to donate our profits to the City of Hope, because we hope that we can reach out a hand and give cancer patients just like this a second chance at life, so that one day maybe they could be giving a bank presentation like this. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for being here today and taking time out of your busy schedules. This is something that we are working very hard on, and we're very passionate about our charity and about our products. So we just want to thank you all for being here today. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask or feel free to voice any concerns you may have.
Norm, would you like me to go first? Because I've got a serious comment.
I usually like to lead with positive, but if you want to go first, go ahead.
Go to the scenarios. You had most likely. Okay, go to most likely. All right. Most likely 500 units. Go to best. Go to worst. How is most likely and worst going to sell the same units, 500?
I had a similar question. However, I'm coming at it from a different angle. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So, what in the most likely case, what's your gross profit? So 8,359, and in the worst case, it's 5,800, something like, yeah, 5,859. So you're talking about a major difference. I think the way you're approaching the worst case scenario is we have the product, we're going to discount the price to unload it. And that's going to impact our gross profit. Whereas in the most likely case, we achieve a higher average selling price. Now, we can all argue in the worst case, do you sell fewer units and at a lower price, or, you know, like how that works. But I think I was actually going to comment, this is one of the better scenarios I've seen in terms of like best case, your gross profits over 10,000, most likely case it's 8,300, worst case 5,800. I mean, I think worst case is probably like a little bit worse than 5,800, but you're sort of in the right ballpark. And then we can argue about, is your worst case more driven by sales volumes or average selling price? You know, so like if it were me, worst case, I'd probably drop the volumes a little bit, and obviously you've dropped the average selling price. But I mean, that's you know, I'm not grading you, your professors are, but I actually thought this was pretty good. And Paul and I can argue about this, you know, later.
Yes.
But I mean, you're getting to the right conclusion. What the inputs and the variables are to that conclusion, you know, certainly up for debate.
So just to clarify, you suggest we lower the units for our worst case scenario as well as lower the price?
Maybe a little bit. I mean, still a gross profit of like $6,000 is that doesn't seem worst case. And I think, you know, if somebody were to ask me if I want to maximize the contribution to charity, what's the formula for that? The formula for that is having a 90% gross margin, and you have that, right? I mean, over time, the teams that have not necessarily done the best, but have the highest profit have had, you know, something they buy for $1 and sell for 10, or in this case, buy for $249 and sell 1 unit for 20, because it just gives you so much flexibility in terms of pricing, because inevitably something is going to go wrong that you're not expecting. But when you have that much margin in the product, you can adjust a lot easier than if you were buying it for 12 and selling it for 20. So,
Okay,
I mean, it's so the worst case to me is an academic exercise more than anything. It's like, if everything goes wrong, we sell 25% less than what we think, and we have to discount significantly just to unload the inventory that we have on hand, do we still make money at the end of the year? I mean, to me, a worst case is what needs to happen for us to like do a little bit better than break even. And in the real world, there's way more variables because you have labor cost. So, you know, this is more of like an academic exercise to me. And I don't know the exact direction that your professors give you and what the worst case should be. But like when I do worst case, it's what does it take to essentially for the bank to like be at risk of not getting repaid. You know, here it's probably a little bit different because you don't have labor cost. But I mean, whatever it is that your professors want around what the worst case scenario is, you can play with this. But the way you set it up with the number of units sold and the price per unit, it's an easy thing to sensitize because you can play with it. And then, you know, I mean, I'd put like a, you know, net profit column here too, just to see like quickly when you change unit price or units sold, what it does to the bottom line at the end of the day. Because what I care about, you know, honestly, is maximizing the amount of money that you all give to charity. City of Hope, you know, adjacent to the university right there, does, you know, like fantastic work. So, you know, I want all of these teams to just, you know, maximize the amount that they give to charity. And I think you have a real opportunity here because you have sort of the margin to be really successful. The one question I do have though, where's your supplier? And then any concerns about getting the product in a timely fashion?
So our supplier is Alibaba. It's manufactured in China, and we placed our order, and our first order of 100 units should be getting here by the end of next week, and we'll be placing another order of the rest of the 400 units that's our goal by the end of this week. Most likely tomorrow we'll be placing that order.
Okay. All right. And when's your first order going to be here? Sorry.
By the end of next week.
End of next week. Okay. Yeah. I mean, so am I wrong that you charge the unit and then once charged, it's not only a hand warmer, but a phone charger, or is it just a hand warmer?
It's both.
Okay. So I would say like moms of kids in youth sports would be a great target market. Early morning soccer games, early morning, any sort of outdoor sport in the winter. Parents are going to be would love like this sort of solution, because they're taking videos of their kids for 3 hours and their phone goes dead and they're cold. So like this sort of checks all the boxes. So whatever you can do to target that market, I would recommend. Up to you. The one concern I have, when teams have sold, going back like 5 years, when teams have sold products that had this much margin, particularly when they were electronics, quality was always an issue. So when we used to do this in person, I would usually get a sample that my wife or I or my kids would use. And when you had something that you're selling for 20, but you're buying for $250, those were the things that broke very, very quickly. So have you thought about like the quality? Because it sort of seems like too good to be true. So have you thought at all about the quality of the product that you're buying?
Yes, we have definitely discussed this. We have put this in our plan as one of the possibility of it being a threat, which is why we are talking about bundles and lowering our price if need be, because obviously we don't want to have such a high price and then while we're still at these soccer games or like these football games, we don't want our customers to come back to us. So I think we are going to try test out a few, as many as we can, but while keeping it like still intact. And then as we get the product and see, we're going to decide whether we should lower the price or not. I think it's just about getting the product and seeing in person.
Okay, no, that's great.
Any other questions? Mr. Skelton, do you have anything?
I disagree with Norm. I think it's a great product. I mean, there's a lot of markets that you additionally would want to consider: construction, the trades. It is a somewhat seasonal product, but so I had moved quickly, in the fall. But you've got to think a little bit more about additional markets that you might have. It's a great product.
Thank you.
Professor Hasse, can I say something?
Go right ahead.
This is a great team. And Norm, your question about the product coming from China, where you're getting this was a huge challenge. It wasn't until yesterday that they decided, because they checked and called, when can we get it? Is there going to be a problem? They have 2 or 3 suppliers, and I was so proud of them that they did this searching and did this product. The other thing I would like to say, I would like to congratulate my group on their finance people, because like you, Rick, nobody signed up for the finance part of the CFO. They stayed away from it. First time ever that this has happened to me. And I would say this, the 2 people that signed up were pushed, coaxed, maybe forced, and they're here. And I love listening to them, because they're also somewhat shy in the group and were scared to death to present this. And they did such an excellent job. And you know, Jalen did a great job, and I'm so proud of him because he is a cancer survivor. And I know he didn't want to say anything, but that last slide brought a tear to my eye. It was very good. So you guys rocked this. It was very good. So good job on what you did. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, thank you. Well, again, good luck with your year, with your semester, Hands of Hope, and we wish you the best of luck. You had a good presentation. Remember, we have a 3:30 Zoom all practicum meeting today, and I'll see you all at that. And Norm, again, I can't thank you enough on behalf of University of Laverne for all you do in support of this program, Norm. And thank you very much. To take 2 hours out of your day is just impressive. And we, again, thank you very much for participating. And we'll look forward to seeing you at our wrap-up review presentations on December 9th. At the end of the semester, and let's see if they can make these margins, and let's see if they can make these profits. That's going to be, I'm anxious to see that. I personally am anxious to see that. So that should be good to see. So Norm, again, I thank you. And Ray, Mr. Skelton, thank you again for participating. We cherish your input and we cherish your commitment to the University of Laverne. And I will see you soon on the golf course, and we'll take some of these products and use them as gifts on some of our golf buddies this coming Christmas season, I think.
That's a great idea.
Okay. If there's nothing else, we're excused. And thank you again. And we'll see you at the end of the semester. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck, everyone.
Good job.
Thank you.